Now this is exactly how you should have a boss fight in an anime when we are talking about video games, MMORPGs, and any sort of setting like that. Hello, and welcome back. In this one, we are indeed going over episode 8 of Shangri-la Frontier. And yes, indeed, I have to say, I am really satisfied with how they did the boss fight. It was epic, it was intense, it was fun, and I just really love how they are approaching boss fights or similarly challenging fights in this anime, episode by episode. You know, in many other anime, you will have some tacky thing happen, or the main character will just be so overpowered or have some sort of stupid cheat skill or whatever else that it doesn't really feel enticing, it doesn't really feel like there's any risk involved, and you're just waiting for the inevitable victory, and you don't really get to live yourself into the boss fight or any sort of big fights that happen in those anime. But in Shangri-La Frontier, they just do a really good job of just making the fights, feel great, look great, have impact, have tension, and it also makes it all look really, really crisp. Like that boss fight, you really felt the impact of that high-level enemy, right? You really felt how much more powerful and intense he was than Sonoraku being such lower level. But the fight was just one part of this episode I really enjoyed. Another part that I keep enjoying with this show is, first of all, Sonoraku's gamer spirit, let's call it, as I really do just love seeing him. At one point, maybe get a bit down, it's like, whatever, I'll just fail this time, get some things to eat, and come back and redo the fight. But then getting that inner sort of drive, it's like, hell no. What? Am I just thinking of quitting? Am I thinking of just taking the L? Hell no. I'm gonna get back up there. I'm gonna crush this goddamn boss and make him wish he was never born. I just love that mindset that Sonoraku keeps showing off and that sort of inner drive to be like, no, I'm never giving up. I'm gonna take every single opportunity and not lose until I had done everything in my power to prevent it. As a fellow gamer, at least historically, though I don't game as much nowadays, it really just speaks to me, and I appreciate that mentality of his. Of course, another big aspect to these fights that I really keep enjoying is that during all the, dodging and the escaping and the attacks and everything, the anime does a really good job of just explaining things, right? We're talking about telegraphing attacks and attack patterns and how this boss is approaching the fight, right? How he is programmed, so to speak. And I can't remember a single other anime outside of, let's say, Log Horizon, which is quite old at this point, that has done any sort of similar explanations of boss fights. Like actually explaining things, like down to the minute detail of like, okay, this makes him do this triggers this action, right? And I'm really just happy that this anime does that, because it is such a breath of fresh air in this sort of MMORPG anime setting, which often just gets filled with SAO clones or really annoying, mundane, bad tries at the same thing. On top of this as well, when we get into the actual boss fight and what Sonoraku does, of course he can't beat it because he is way lower level. Well, technically maybe he could have beaten it, as he finds out that when the boss lost his staff, he basically became very vulnerable and was just a normal tree with no, let's say, magic or defense, which is why he was so desperate to get his staff back, which was entertaining to see as well. But anyhow, as we see Sonoraku, he's thinking, okay, what can I do here, right? I can't beat this boss, what can I do? He's just gonna keep putting in these magic attacks, and it'll be impossible for me to survive if he just keeps ramping up until this 5-minute mark is done. So then he just goes on the attack and kicks the staff out of the hand of the boss, so he can't use his magic anymore. And in that moment, I was just like, wow, this is such a refreshing take on a boss fight. Like, you never see these sort of things, You just see the boss being beaten and whatever, and we're done. But this sort of approach is so rare to see in anime, and I love that. It's so good, I love it. And then, of course, seeing the boss chase after the staff's like, give it back. Again, to end this section off here, I just really, really enjoy how they do the boss fights in this anime, and I can't wait to see more of it in the future. It will be absolutely chef's kiss. Of course, Sonoraku survives the 5 minutes, lucky for him. Though I do also have to say that in this anime, there is no guarantee he will actually survive, right? Like, he has died before, and he will probably die again. But that lack of plot armor also makes the tension more real, right? Anyways, he beat this boss, and after he beats it, he is expecting some sort of, rare item or ability or something, but all he gets is a honorary title as a Rabbitusa citizen. And it's like, oh, great, thanks, unique title. That's cool. I like that, but any other reward, maybe? Any other things I will get from this? No? Nothing? Oh, okay. A bit defeated. I feel that. I have also, in the past, done quests where you expect some big reward and all you get is some unique title or something, and you're like, wow, well, that's cool, I guess. Sure. Okay, thanks. And he also loses his collar, which is very sad to see, because that was actually pretty good, I would say, for the double stats. And apparently he just loses it, so he can't even re-equip it later. So, damn. He does get another unique scenario, though, that he starts, but it'll probably be a while until he ends up finding out the requirements for that one and finishing it. Though that one, hopefully, will have some actual rewards, And then the end of the episode, I very much enjoyed the comedic relief. After that boss fight, he gets the ghost costume, and it's like, okay, dude, this looks even worse than your other attire, but I guess it's less attracting of attention, but kind of not, because who dresses up like that, And of course, at the very end, I almost spit out my coffee when Sonoku looks over. It's like, huh? A person I know? And he sees Ray-chan, slowly peeking around the corner, staring at him, really embodying that stalker, rapist approach here. And he's scared stiff, what the fuck is this? But yeah, anyways, this show just keeps being great and fun, and, they have the intense boss battles, and then they have some nice comedic relief in between and after. And, you watch this anime, and you always think to yourself, this is such a joy, this is such a fun time. You never feel bored, you never feel like something is dragging on or really taking the excitement out of things. You just enjoy it every week, and that's been the experience for me so far, and I have no doubt this anime will keep impressing me, and is really being a nice, comfy, fun show to watch until it is over, which will still be a while, as we have 2 cores, which is awesome. Anyway though, what did you think of this episode? Leave your comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to never miss out on content and support my channel. And if you want to watch another video I recently put up, you can click on this video right here. So have a good day. Bye-bye.